there's a question here by Julia. It's important. Matt, in fairness, has covered this question, and he's happy to answer any questions, Julia. But he has covered this question previously, but I'm sure he'll cover it again now. But there's no tough questions for Matt. He'll answer anything. I know we've covered it, Matt, but he could give a synopsis here of right. Um, what's the reason you didn't want to go searching in the woods for M? Was it because the past with your son's loss, etc.? Right.
I'm not going to say that wasn't part of it, but I was focused in on trying to find her. Was it always something that was running in the back of my head that she could have went and killed herself? She was hanging in the woods, I guess, but I just didn't want to think about that because there wasn't any evidence. I just wanted her to come home. She was seen outside front of my house on Monday morning. When I heard that, suicide kind of went away. I mean, she just got in a car and took off somewhere. This isn't as bad as everybody's making it out to be. So I really tried to remain positive. Where they found her is not any place where you walk. It's off trail. We never went off trail. And it's not even it wasn't even really in the woods. The area that she was found is just off an area that's so well traveled. There's people everywhere. It's, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but you got to understand right where they found her around the woods that she was found in is so traveled that there wasn't any reason to think that she was there. Why didn't I go in the woods? Because I didn't think she was in there. I don't think anybody thought she was in the woods. There wasn't any reason to go in the woods to commit suicide. I mean, you would think that the police would figure something like that out, right? I didn't want to deal with it mentally. My son just killed himself. My wife was definitely suicidal. Did I want to think about going in the woods and looking for her? No.
Well, I don't think I'd want to be the one to find her. If you know what I mean, you don't want to find that.
Right. I was searching for a body, or I was searching for a live person right from the get-go. Mm-hmm. There wasn't any evidence that anything happened to her. So I was like, they got her scent on Tuesday, the dogs, and brought them to a driveway just north, and they lost the scent in the middle of the driveway. That meant to me that she had gotten in a car and left. Then the dogs went all around my condo, all around. How far is she going to walk to go kill herself without being seen on Monday afternoon or late morning? It was as she just literally disappeared. So as far as why didn't I go into the woods where she was found, I never would have thought she would have been there in a million years. Plus, I brought the cops there, and I said, are you guys going to go in there and look? And they're like, yeah, we're going to go in there and look. And then they came out and told everybody that they did look in there 3 different times and with dogs.
Had she ever taken
those women? It's a complete mystery. Why did those women even go in there?
Had she even ever taken off before, and just went MIA?
No, never.
Okay.
She was really practical. Normal as normal could be. Not a bit flaky when she would get drunk, but I mean, it wasn't this was really super uncharacteristic of her to do what she did. And I was crossing my fingers, hoping that she didn't kill herself. If you know anybody, I mean, it was a lot for me to handle because I knew if you read my book, it's in my book. The emotion it's so emotional.
How do people get your book? How do people get your book? Yeah.
It's all on
I'll plug it. I'll pull the link. I'll pull the links in. It's in the description box, guys.
It's really
for his links.
Personal about our personal life, what actually went on, and it was when I was told the morning, the afternoon that they came and they started to search, and the Hollis went across the street and came back and said, "Hey, we have some information. Your neighbor across the street saw Emily this morning between 9 and 10 outside your condo." Right then. Suicide. Where's she gonna go? It was a good thing. She was alive. She just went somewhere. She went somewhere. And so.
And how long was she gone before the cops were called?
It depends on when you think she left. I'm gonna say she left. I don't. I would be guessing, and I don't want to guess like everybody else.
Well, I mean,
is there proof that? No, it was the same. I'm sorry. It was the same. It was the same day. I got up. Okay. I don't know. At some point, a lot of people contribute me on Ambien. I had sleep issues because I had depression because of my son. When you take Ambien, you really get scatterbrained about when you sleep, when you don't sleep. You know what I mean? Kind of weird. So I don't know exactly when I woke up and got up. You know, whatever that was. she just wasn't there, which wasn't like that far out of the norm. She was always doing something. Eventually, she just didn't come home. You know, then it got weird.
Yeah.
When did things start getting weird? 1, 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Where the fuck are you? Where did you go? Finally, I called a friend. I was calling friends. I posted on Facebook, hey, does anybody know where Emily is? Blah, blah, blah. And I called a friend of hers, and it was like, I think like 5 or 6. Her good friend Celeste. And Celeste was like, you need to call the police. Before that, I never even dreamed of calling the police. For what? Everything's fine, right? This couldn't be happening.
Right.
Another one of my loved ones. There's no way this could be happening again. No way, right? Well, you got to call police, and I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I called police, and that's what my thing is now: is letting people know you better be really careful when you call police for anything. I called them because I needed help, literally. I mean,
Well, that's who you're supposed to call when you need help.
You call cops, man.
You know, you're supposed to be able to trust that you're going to get help.
What you get. They give a rookie cop with a gun and a bunch of power. Figure this out. What happened? Within 24 hours, I murdered my wife. No doubt about it. Why do you think that? You'd have to ask Grubbs. They had a meeting on Wednesday, the day they served the warrant. Alloway goes into it in his testimony, which was before this. He says, at that point, the only thing out of everything that they could have brought up at trial to say about why they wanted to see me as a murderer was that Emily made a fucking dentist appointment that she missed. That was the biggest thing that they could come up with, was that Emily made a dentist appointment that she missed. Why would she, if she was suicidal, why would she do something like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't make it up. That's how fucking dense these people are. He thought murder right from the get-go based on no evidence. You know why there was no evidence? Because I didn't murder anybody. And literally, they missed her when they came in with the dog. They had a cadaver dog on Wednesday. Within 48 hours, with no evidence of any foul play, they had cadaver dogs on scene looking for a body. They were looking for a body from day one. They weren't there to solve anything. They were there to close a case. And this dude, they give it to this guy. And he's like, it's a murder. Why not? What's going to happen to us if it isn't a murder? What's going to happen? Nothing happens to them.
Yeah.
Are they going to lose their job, or do they lose their pension? What happens to them? All of a sudden, everybody's going to change their mind and not pay their taxes and, police? No, nothing happens to them. They still believe police. They just believe them.
Right.
It's nothing for these dudes to do what they do to us. Nothing. They're trained to do what they do to us.
Fine. Thanks for that, Matt. I've just posted a link